What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. I'm your host, Jarrell Hicks, here to bring you a video on the top two linebackers in this year's 2021 NFL Draft. Who should go first? Micah Parsons from Penn State or Notre Dame's Jeremiah Owusu Koramoah? Let's break it down. So, first and foremost, disclaimer from the get-go. If you want a super analytical, in-depth, breakdown of both guys, this is not the place for that. Stats Free Sports, we don't do stats, we don't do analytics. I'm just a guy talking sports, having fun talking sports. Simple as that. So from the get go, don't expect a super analytical breakdown with the film. Like, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that here. So let's get started. So Micah Parsons, last played 2019, was a consensus to me, at least in the Big Ten, the top linebacker in last year's class. Now he was a sophomore, couldn't come out of the draft. This year he sat out because of COVID reasons, but still maintained to me the top linebacker prospect. But yeah, he really has no flaws in his game. Some red flags popped up recently over his personality, off the field stuff. Nothing too crazy, but some stuff did pop up about him as a teammate, him as a person, kind of sort of personality stuff. But on the field strictly, he's a stud. Sideline to sideline speed. And the funny thing is, both of these guys are kind of compared to Isaiah Simmons in different ways. Parsons, I will go with first. Obviously, I'm obviously on Parsons first. Parsons, he's more of an early down back, run stopper, pass rusher type of guy. That part of Isaiah Simmons. And then you have Jeremiah Owusu Koramoah from Notre Dame, who's more of the pass coverage part of Isaiah Simmons. And that's how good Isaiah. That's why I took it back, saying Parsons was the best linebacker last year, 2019. No, I forgot about Simmons. Simmons was a safety slash linebacker slash DN, and he was a top prospect for a reason. These two guys are basically, if you combine the two guys, you get Isaiah Simmons. So that's how freaky he was and is still. So yeah, I take it back. Mark Parsons was not the best linebacker prospect. If he could come out last year, it was definitely Simmons. But these two guys scaled him pretty well. Both good athletes, both sideline speed, but two different aspects of linebackers. So Parsons, the bigger guy, 6'3", around 230-ish, something like that, with great speed. Jeremiah Owusu Koramoah from Notre Dame, pretty good career. Came on later in his career. Was a stud this year. Played this year, unlike Parsons, who sat out the entire year for COVID reasons. But Jeremiah Owusu was amazing. Pass coverage guy, a guy you would definitely want on a tight end. So that's the trend in today's game. Instead of putting a safety or a slot corner, you want to go bigger, faster, and stronger on great tight ends. And that's what Lavonte David did on Travis Kelce. Did a pretty good job. Did the best he could. It wasn't a bad effort by Lavonte David. You want to know teams would rather go that way these days because they've been trying the slots and the safeties on tight ends for years and don't really work as much. They're smaller usually. Even though they're strong, they're not strong enough to jam them, things like that. That's where Owusu come in. Great speed for linebacker, great coverage skills. Can potentially maybe, guard slot receivers if need be. But yeah, he's there to shut down tight ends, to play great zone coverage if need be, man coverage out the backfield on running backs. That's his role. Now, the thing with the Owusu, he's only 6'1", so smaller guy, lighter, frame, things like that. Doesn't have room to put on as much weight as Micah Parsons does if need be, depending on the system and the style of play. So that's the thing. Certain systems can't have Jeremiah Owusu because he's not really an inside linebacker that can thump, stop the run, things like that, like Parsons can. I believe Jeremiah can pass rush a little bit, but I'll definitely give that edge to Parsons. Run stopping Parsons, both are athletic, but other than the pass coverage being a lot better than Parsons, not a lot, but just significantly better than Parsons. Parsons is overall better linebacker prospect than Owusu. Um, so yeah, the Eagles are the first team to me that could pick a linebacker. The Eagles, next potentially the Lions. They're both in a situation where they could go quarterback, they could go receiver, but they both need linebackers. So 6 and 7 to me are the spots where these two guys potentially could go, and I'm definitely going with Micah Parsons first for both teams. Um, both teams need a linebacker. And instead of a pass coverage guy, they should get a pass rushing, run stopping linebacker first and worry about the pass coverage later. Once you get that down packed, stop the run more often, things like that, get the blitz more often. You see blitzing linebackers coming back well, they've been in style, but they're very, very important, and teams like to copy what the winning team does in a Super Bowl. And you have Devin White, who's a stud. You have him, great blitzer, athletic, intense, aggressive. Parsons is the same way. So I don't think it's good, honestly, but he's not too far off. So, I think Parsons will go first to either the Eagles or the Lions, and then Owusu somewhere probably a few picks later, to be honest. But yeah, both are great prospects, but I'll give it to Parsons, slight edge to Parsons, who's a better overall prospect. But let me know in the comment section how you think about it, guys. Who would you go with first? I'm going with Parsons, but both are good prospects in my opinion. So that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.